How's everyone? I'm just waiting on Orla to join, and she'll jump in now in a minute. Hopefully. How's everyone tonight? Hi, how are you? I'm yeah, just waiting on Orla. Yeah, it should be good. It should be good. Orla has loads to say, so I'm interested to hear what's going on across the border, shall we say, and see what's going on up the north. Like, she's good insight on it. And I want to know what she's planning for this protest, because herself and Vanessa, Derry Girl, they're going to host them together, and basically I'm going to talk to Vanessa as well later on in the week, and we're going to be talking about the Derry mayor and stuff like that, because that's just crazy. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'd say Orla jump in for around 8. Should be close to that now. I've shared it to her now 4 times, so she better not stand me up. It would be funny though. Podcast here with myself. Hi. Hi, Aoife. Oh my god, it has been a long time. How are you? How is all? Yeah, I'm not the set moth that I used to be. You saw it too. Yeah, like, that wasn't a drone. I don't care what people say. That was moving up, down, everywhere. But sure, look at aliens. If you talk about that, people think you're crazy. Hi. Oh, you're good. Yeah, I know, sure, sometimes we have to calm down. Like, sure, we can't keep partying the way that we were. Do you remember the night that I was live and the hamster? That was so funny. I think it was Valentine's, like, a few years ago, and I ended up running out the hotel. Yeah, flashing lights. Yeah, do you remember? Oh, it was gas. It was so funny because you and Vinny were away, and then I was away as well, regrettably. And oh, it was gas. But yeah, the thing was in the sky as well last night. Very, very weird. But someone else wrote to me and they said that Roscommon is like really bad for like activity in the sky or something. Sure, I can't understand it because sure, there's nothing here, only fields. What are they doing? Like counting the cows from the sky? Makes no sense. Share this, try and get Orla to jump in here if you can. I'm just waiting on her. She better not stand me up. It was a gas night. No, we won't be mentioning his name. Oh, sorry. Okay, right. And probably for the better. I'm grand, not a bother. I'm the same old, same old. Just fighting the good fight now, you know. Here doing these kind of podcasts and stuff, hopefully that we can bring awareness. Oh, sure, I'll talk anyways, you know me. I don't even need a drink anymore. If anything, I need to shut up sometimes. Thanks, Aoife, and you. We must meet up some night. We must do a proper set for old time's sake. And yes, we will get there. Good land, that's really farmers in them, alien ships. It's the Ears ÉIRE. Ah, stop. That's gas. Yeah, well, it's not the feckin'. I don't think it's aliens anyways. But it was moving weird for a drone because it was going like up and sideways and it was really quick, like, 'cause we followed it. Hello. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. I haven't slept last night, like, so I threw the makeup on my face as if it was concrete, as if I was gone plastering. We did have a good laugh on the lives. Remember when I fell asleep on it and everything? I used to make show of myself too. Thank you. Yeah, I remember going live one night and getting the whole of TikTok to nominate what I drank. Do you remember that? Oh God, I ended up in a bad way, dancing up on the table and everything. I'm good. How are you? We might share this again to Orla for like the 7th time. Tell me you're needy without telling me you're needy. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. She might have got lost. Or maybe I'm sharing it to the fake profile. No, because I blocked that, I think. Someone tried to pretend to be Orla as well. I think they made like 3 accounts, like. So weird. So weird. Thank you for liking the live. Yeah, I don't know. Hello, Orla. Someone text Orla. Tell her I'm on the live. I'm waiting. I don't know where she is. I literally shared it 7 times. This will be the 8th time. Is that the right Orla? That's so weird. Why won't it? Because she told me that she's... Oh wait, here we go. Here we go. Hello, how are you? I think she's here. There we go. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
What is the crack? 1 second now, and I'll turn down this shit music.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. Do you know what? I'm holding off having a wee glass of wine. I was like, I'll have one after.
Oh no, you should have. You should have had one. Sure, this isn't
I know,
formal anyway.
Well, do you know what it is? I poured it and then I had a wee sip and then I was like, no, I'll wait. Just in case.
No harm. Stop. I don't know what's happening here. I seem to be fucking freezing.
You're all right. So here,
move in a bit.
Give yourself a wee minute, sure, and see does it adjust, and then we can fly on. I'm actually using
what it might be is because...
What'd you say?
I'm gonna...
Oh,
put it on Do Not Disturb, and I think that should help it.
Okay.
Put it on Do Not Disturb. Yeah. Here we go. So it's on Do Not Disturb, so I'd say that should help it.
Okay.
No.
You're a bit clearer already, to be fair.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think that's it now. So welcome to All Ears ÉIRE.
I'm so excited.
So you are planning... Good. And I'm delighted to have you, and thanks for coming on as well. But you're planning a protest for the 23rd in Belfast.
Mm-hmm. Derry as well.
And Derry as well. Yeah, I'm actually going to have Vanessa on as well, I think either the end of the week or next week. And we're going to be talking about the Derry mayor and everything, because that's just a scandal.
Yeah, another scandal. Another
scandal. So tell me, Orla, what is happening up across the border, basically? Is there any...
To be honest with you, I don't think we are as extreme as you guys are down south at the minute, but that's only going to last so long. Since I've been speaking out about this, Sasha, I'm sent stories every day, every single day, whether it's like a girl who's nearly kidnapped, or they're being leered at, they're being recorded. Like I just reported one Downpatrick there yesterday, where these men were recording the girls in McDonald's in Downpatrick in County Down. Whenever the mum went in to see these men, they had left, so they went in there, had no intentions of getting food. So you know what I mean?
Of course not.
Yeah, it's always the way.
And how old are these girls?
So the girls in this particular account, they were teenage. So I think they were about 13, 14. And the McDonald's staff had actually said that the CCTV shows that they were really uncomfortable, and this did happen. So for any of the naysayers out there, like, I don't report on things unless I know that it's factual and it really happened, you know?
Yeah. I don't. I report everything.
Yeah. You're like, frig it. People need to know. They need to know what's going on here.
That's it too. Look at, like, no, but the people, I wouldn't report absolutely everything, but the people who are serious sources and who have kind of verified in the past for me,
Yeah,
I
you
would
see,
jump on.
this is it, right? The news aren't gonna the news, right? They aren't gonna report on everything because they don't know
No.
everything. They're not hearing
No.
everything. The police aren't. They're not getting all the reports as well. So
Yeah.
people like me and you have to report because people are coming to us. They want us
Yeah.
to speak out.
Yeah.
So I
And
really
the
appreciate
stories
what
you
you're doing.
hear, they knock you for six. Like, they would put you down. This weekend, like, I didn't sleep last night after getting the news of that woman in Dublin.
Yeah.
Look
Sasha,
at,
can you actually, do you know what? I was asked about that earlier on, and I don't really know anything about it. I
yeah,
pointed them towards your page.
yeah.
Can you even just say what have you heard? What have you heard?
I've heard that there was a woman who was pregnant. I don't know how long she's pregnant. I don't know how far gone or what. I don't really know the full circumstances, to be honest with you. What was said to me was there was a woman who was pregnant and she was viciously raped, and that Store Street Garda station had arrested the man, and that it was good men who had found this woman, stopped him, and there was a video of it. There was a
Oh,
video,
okay.
but it's only on a small minority, say, that can view the video, whoever is friends with that person, because it's on a private profile.
Okay.
So I did try to view it, but I couldn't get access to it.
Ah.
But from what I'm gathering, there was men on patrol, maybe, and they came across the woman. So thankfully, the patrols are working.
Oh my God. So there you go. It just proves
Yeah.
it. It just proves it. Oh my God.
Yeah. So they are needed. The guards need to be on the streets more because they don't give a crap.
Yeah.
They don't give a crap. And from what I gather is this man could be possibly already released and let go.
Oh, but sure, look, isn't that always the way it goes?
Yeah.
What about the two gangs that were fighting in Dublin, and one of them was stabbed and killed, and then like he came across the border?
Yeah. And like, this is the thing, see, we have an issue with our border. We have a huge issue with our border, whether they're coming from us to you or you to us.
Yeah.
Like, the border, definitely, there's something has to be done with it. And I believe that the bus stations and all of that needs to be kind of more patrols going on around there, just to even keep tally on the numbers of who's coming in.
Oh yeah.
For
You
a
see,
second.
this is a massive thing for me, and I know you know what I speak about, but this is my point up here in the north. We aren't just facing this threat, we're also facing communities who are trying to come together after such like a you know what happened.
And you're doing a great job, though.
We're trying our
You're doing
best. We're
such an
trying our
amazing
best.
job to come together.
Thank you
I
so
think
much.
there's been more issues from down the south, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, to be fair, right, that's the only reason why I changed the posters.
Yeah.
Was because I didn't want, like, I know, see up here in the north,
Yeah.
people were happy enough. Maybe couples said no, but I want it to be where everyone feels welcome. I don't want someone to go, but I can't stand under that.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I understand, okay? But
course.
I just wanted more numbers. We all have to stand together. So if it needs to take that out of it, so be it. So be
But
it.
sure, look at us.
I know.
The north, here we are.
I know. And I'll see you on the day.
But you know, like, I think it's a great thing that you're doing. How did you feel about your poster in the paper?
I wasn't actually made aware of that until a few days after. So one thing about me, Sasha, is I'm a very relaxed, laid back person, right? I find everything funny. I find the funny in everything, right? So I think that's maybe a good stance to have going into
It was
something
good
like
enough
this.
to get printed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You know?
Now the only thing I was raging about, right, was when it was AI generated. So whenever it was AI generated, they flipped the Ireland flag. So it looked like, the Ivory Coast. And I didn't realise until I had it posted for about an hour, and I was like, oh no. So I was happy. Yeah.
I've
happy
often
enough
done
to
that
change it
mistake
in the end,
myself,
so.
though.
Yeah.
I've often done it. And have you had any pushback towards this in the north at all?
Not to me personally, no. Honestly, I haven't really. Maybe I'm oblivious. Am I oblivious? I don't know. But I haven't heard anything much.
You'd hear about it if there was, I think.
Like, I won't lie, like, once
that
my
the
video...
the Shank Hill were sharing it with the tricolour.
Like, isn't that class?
Mad? It is class. Like, it's brilliant. But, like, it's something I never thought I'd see in my day.
Yeah, I know. Look, I've always sort of thought, like, I was born into a Catholic family. I wasn't forced to go to mass. It wasn't a thing. It's just who I thought I was because that's the way I was brought up, you know.
Yeah.
But whenever I reached my teenage years, I just thought, like, what even is this? Like, none of us even know what we're against each other for, because I know that wasn't our era as well, you know. So yeah.
And tell me then, even like for example now the kids on the street, they definitely wouldn't notice any difference.
Yeah.
I'd hope not.
I sort of think like it's been, I just think the people of today, not that we don't care, we're just ready to
Yeah.
move forward together, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
and it's the way to be. And
Yeah.
has there been many assaults or attacks lately?
In the north, not as many as what you guys are facing. But that's not to say it isn't coming here, because it
Yeah.
is. It's coming here and
Yeah.
it's coming soon. Now, everything I've reported on has been teenagers, kids,
Okay.
you know,
Right.
women sort of being leered at, stuff like
Oh.
that. Actually, there was one, well, it's across, I suppose that's across the border, but there was one incident where a child, I think the child was maybe about two, a girl, was lifted out of her pram in Dundalk. Do you remember that
Oh
as
yeah,
well?
I do remember that.
Yeah, well,
That's
that's just across the
terrifying.
border from me. Like, that's what, about
Yeah.
half an hour away, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were in Belfast the other day,
hmm
and tell me, like, has Belfast? I think you seen a change. You
hmm
said.
Big time. So I'm pretty much a home bird, so I don't venture out too much. But I was in Belfast the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. Like, just I went down for an event. I'm not gonna say what the event was, but I was
Yeah.
there. And once we parked up and we were walking about and stuff beforehand, I was looking around going, "This is crazy." Now, what I did notice was a lot of these men delivering food, which is
Okay.
another topic. So they're able to take these jobs on because they don't need any
Yeah.
documentation to get the
They
job.
need nothing. Yeah, and then they can just
Exactly.
knock people's doors and
Exactly.
do what
Exactly.
they need to do. We could have a case of Dublin again.
Yeah, exactly. That was
That
horrific.
is terrifying though for
That was
anybody. Like.
horrific. Absolutely horrific, honestly. So most of the stuff I report on is in the south at the minute, but I am receiving a lot of messages. Even today, I've received 5 messages of things that are happening around the north, but still again,
Okay.
in regards to
Right.
teenage girls. Teenage girls.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. Like people need to be aware of this because like teenage girls as well are very gullible. They're very naive and
Yeah.
it's
We were
hard to
the
protect them. You can't wrap them in bubble. Oh, I know well.
yeah,
You can't wrap them in bubble
yeah,
wrap.
exactly.
These girls are going to go, and rightly so. They should be
Yeah.
allowed to do these things. There shouldn't be a fear of letting your child go out. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, there is a fear now because it's all very new. It's unknown. It's
Yeah.
it's a scary thought, I think, more for anyone because
Big time.
personally now I suppose it hasn't really took effect in my town yet. They're
Oh, it's
here, but
common.
thankfully
Common.
there hasn't been any assaults,
Yeah.
and that's all we can ask for. Apart from actually, that's a lie because we had Ballahadreen,
What was
which is
this
only
near now?
10 minutes away from me. There was a young boy who was horrifically lured to a spot. He was tied up, and multiples, I think about four of them,
That is wild.
and they filmed it. And then what they done was they drove
Oh.
up to your direction, got on the flight, and took off out.
Have they been caught?
No,
Oh, come on. I didn't know about that now. I
and they
didn't know
won't come
about
back. They won't come back either because I'll tell you
that.
now,
Oh, yeah.
the young boy was part of the traveller community.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Now
wouldn't
there
do that
was
either.
there was big stand up, there was a big protest and everything, prayer vigil for the boy, but amazingly everything was shut down, silenced, and censored again.
Hmm.
But it's
Shocker,
known.
that one, isn't it? That's a
It was
shocker.
known it happened. Yeah.
That's a shocker. It's the same up here. Like, I have a son, right? And I'm pretty open in I would love to have another child, just one.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid. I'm
Yeah.
afraid because like the amount of danger I see young girls in at the minute, it's wild. I actually had a message sent to me last night of a girl in Newry, which is my home city. I went to school there. So in Newry, County Down, this girl, there were two friends. They are 14 years of age, the two of them. They were in front of the town hall, and this foreign national walked past them with earpods in, earphones. And she thought, like, he was looking at them, he was looking at them and stuff, and she was really uncomfortable. At which point he decided to speak into his phone. A car, once again, just like my previous report, came out of nowhere, and the two girls ran for their lives. Now, I don't know what was going to happen, but
Thank God.
like, that's a bit suspicious.
It's
So the two
very
girls,
suspicious.
they rang 999 the next day to be told ring 101, which is like the less, like, it's not such an emergency, if you know what I mean. So they rang 101. They were on hold for 35 to 40 minutes, and they hung up. They said they didn't report it then because they couldn't be bothered waiting that long. So do you know what I mean? Like, it's not
Yeah.
not everything is reported, as we know, you know.
Well, I'll tell you a story actually. We were in Dublin at the start of December. Now, I hadn't been, like, I'm from Dublin, I'm born in Dublin, but I'm living in
Okay.
Roscommon the majority of my life.
Right.
You wouldn't hear it in me now, but they made a bogger of me, as my uncle would say. But
You're from
we were in
all over,
Dublin
that's
and we were
okay.
going, yeah, for now. Like, I suppose it has to do up here. If you didn't sound it, they'd kick you out.
Yeah.
But we were in Dublin for a friend's party, and we went to Coppers, like, of all places to land, but we ended up in Coppers.
I don't even know what that is. I'm like,
It's a nightclub. Do you not?
okay. No, I haven't a clue.
Oh, my days. I have to take you.
I'll take you up your offer.
Wants to come
100%.
to night in Coppers.
Why not?
It's a rob, though. It is a rob, and it's not really worth it. We'll find a better place to go. But back to the story. We were in Coppers, and there was a group of 4 of us. One of the girls, we went outside when it was all over, and we were just waiting on a cab. And she put her handbag down. In the space of 2 seconds, she put her handbag down onto the ground. Within 2 seconds, it was gone. Someone had it swiped. Now, she's not from Dublin. She's not aware, like, you can't leave your bag on the street. You're not in Roscommon anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Even in Roscommon, I don't think I'd leave my bag on the street anymore.
Yeah.
And that's another sad thing to say, really.
Yeah.
But we were in Dublin, and everything was great all night. No strangeness, nothing. We had a great time. The only thing that went wrong was the bag was stolen. But we went back to the hotel that we were staying in, and she rang the police, right? She
Okay.
rang the guards. The guards didn't care. They literally said to her, why did you leave the spot on the phone? She says, well, like, I'm not going to wait outside, like, and with no money or anything. She was like, all my friends were going in the taxi. I had to go with them now. Anyways, the guards didn't come for like 4 hours. They only came when I rang the phone and I said, well, I'm going to take the law into my own hands, because what had happened is she had tracked her iPhone through Find My iPhone.
Oh, so
And
she's seen where it was.
Yeah. And we found the iPhone and we could see it was around, I'll tell you where it was down near the Kevin Street flats.
Okay.
And we ended up walking all the way down to the Kevin Street flats. The guards came first. As soon as I said we're going to take the law into our own hands, they came. They wouldn't give me their badge number, their name or anything. They just told me I'm confrontational and to remove myself, or they will remove me. Yeah. I said, do your job. Do your job.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know why they sent them from, I think it was Pierce Street or something, they sent the guards from, which is like the opposite side.
Okay.
But this is where I'm getting to. This is when it gets interesting. So we walked down to Kevin Street flats. We found the phone and all of that. But at first, when we got there, we were looking around and this couple kind of came out and they were like, are you okay? We explained our situation. They were very, very helpful, very helpful. Mm-hmm. And his car was parked up where the phone was kind of binging.
Okay.
The handbag was left behind the wheel of the car, right?
Oh my God, right, okay.
Yeah, but when we found this bag, another lady came out and she was just standing there watching, smoking a cigarette. Irish as well, a real common dub, right? Okay. And she had her dressing gown on and she's just watching us and she's like, what's going on, kind of thing. And I'm like, well, she lost her handbag. Start talking to her, explaining it to her. She goes, that'd be them Romanians over in the flats. They're at it the whole time. And I'd already asked her, had she seen anyone in the area, whatever. So when she said this, I said, how do you know that? And she said, they're at it the whole time. Yeah. And then I said, well, like, we rang the police and they said they couldn't do anything about it. She says, Asher, they're in on it.
Oh, don't even. I'd well believe it.
Oh, I don't know who to believe. To believe. But we didn't care because we got the phone back and everything was good.
Yeah.
But just to be having that in your conscience as well, you don't know who's on your side.
Yeah, that's it. See, it's a really testing time because you don't know who to trust. Yeah. You don't know who to trust. Like, although me and you speak out about what we do and we know that we're doing it for everyone else's benefit and ours, it's really hard because see the vilification that you face and like the abuse that you face as well, it's wild. Like I've had like 1 or 2 people that have stepped away from me because they can't believe, like, they're calling me, I'm not going to say it here, but the R word. They're calling me the R word, and it's like, if you were just to look a wee bit deeper, like, you know me on a deeper level, you know that's not who I am.
I actually shut down my cousin's group chat because they called me an extremist.
Oh. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I'm over 40 cousins, first cousins, like, and I shut the whole thing down. I was like, that's
wild. Honestly, but you know what it is? I think through this process, like, you do find who your people are.
I think the problem is that my family are spread out in every area of the world, and you know there's there's different perspectives. No matter where you live, you're going to have your own opinion. We
Yeah.
can't say they're wrong, they can't say I'm wrong, I can't say they're right or whatever, because I don't know. I don't live in the town that they're in.
Yeah,
I
I
can
get
only
you.
speak from my own
Um,
experience.
that's one thing I'm actually very lucky for. Like my mum and dad have been like they've been telling me about this stuff since I was no joke like 7, 8, 9, and 10. Like maybe not this issue in particular, but just everything that's going on in the world, you know.
Yes.
So I've always grown up with this mindset and could maybe look a wee bit deeper, which is maybe a good thing, you know.
Yeah, no, but it's not a bad thing at all. It's always good to have your brain clicked on and be aware, like, because
Yeah.
this is the whole point of these lives,
Oh
you know?
yeah.
It's the whole point of us speaking out. We
Yeah.
don't do it for ourselves, for our likes, for our clicks, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care who likes it, as long as you hear it and you're aware.
Yeah, Sasha, my account is going to be removed any day now, right? If I cared about likes and followers and everything, I would stop speaking about what I'm speaking about and I'd focus on something else.
I've
But
been on my last one
yeah,
for
I
about
just want
6
people to know. I just want people to know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's
And that's it exactly. And like, me and you were both mothers, and it's not even about ourselves. It's more for the future. You've watched Europa's last battle.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. My God. Isn't that nuts?
It's deep. I cried last night. I'm not going to lie. This is why I've been putting off watching it, because it's hard watch. Like, it is a hard watch.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was fully prepared of what I was going to see that happened in past events.
Neither was I. I was in shock. I thought I knew stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then I watched that and I was like,
They didn't tell us any of this in school.
yeah, but
None.
yeah, they never. Well, I'll
None.
tell you even better than that, right?
They mentioned names, that's it.
You see, even our Irish history, right? I went to an Irish grammar school, so you would assume that you'd be taught the real history.
Yeah, yeah.
We weren't. We weren't. Like we were completely hoodwinked even in the grammar school,
Wow.
and it was run by nuns. Like it was, So yeah, you really have your eyes opened quite a lot these days. Quite a lot.
We didn't even have nuns now.
Well, there was one nun, the nun, she was Sister Yvonne, she was my religious teacher, but she hated everyone until you reached 4th year, and then all of a sudden she loved you.
Well, you probably copped on a bit. I think, when you're in first year and all of that, you're probably a bit wild and manic.
Yeah.
I never got over that stage.
I know, I get you. But honestly, it is crazy. Like I have to say, the amount of support that you do receive, though, there's a lot of abuse.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of abuse, but there's a lot more support.
A lot of support, and I've noticed that there's more support than abuse, which I didn't expect.
Yeah,
Didn't expect.
Me neither. And tell me, so what is your plan for your protest?
So one thing about it is I don't like to call it a protest, right? I like to call it a gathering, because I feel like a protest is, I don't know, it's just what they want us to do, right? So a gathering to me, the aim of it is I want everyone just to mingle, to understand you're not alone. You're not alone. Lots of us feel the same way, and I just want to highlight on the day a lot of facts, figures, and personal accounts that we know are happening, just to open people's eyes. I am expecting opposition on the day, but sure, I've seen that in other gatherings before, so it is what it is.
I'll be honest with you. I got no pushback when I've mentioned these protests in relation to Belfast, but I have been threatened not to go to Derry.
That's a whole other story, isn't it? Like there was something that happened before, and I wasn't actually aware of that until you'd said that a few weeks ago.
I didn't attend last time,
Yeah.
I just had this one little troll in my comments who just says, you can't go to Derry.
You're not allowed, right?
All the time, just the one. His name is Protocol 3, you're probably watching.
No, you have to come to Belfast because I have to meet you in person.
I want to come to Belfast, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's on the card.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
And then no flags.
Well, I would like flags.
Okay.
I would like flags, but the only reason I changed the posters is because I didn't want the minority to feel, like I can't stand under that flag on either side, right? And it's only a very, very small minority. But I do think it might end up like that in the day. I don't know. All I know is everyone there is there peacefully, and whether there's flags or not, it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't see the issue with the flag. Do you know what I mean? Like, anyone can you could create your own flag, bring your family crest flag for all anyone could care.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'd say to people. Please bring banners and have like stats, figures, stories of what's going on, just so people can see,
Yeah.
We are I think there is a news outlet that's going to be there as well. I will private message you on that there. I don't want to say who it is, But
Oh,
yes,
love it.
I've been made aware that there is going to be a news outlet there as well, one that is on our side and reports fairly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's brilliant. And are you getting support from the girls and everyone in your
Oh yeah,
community?
like do you know what it is, Sasha? People who know me in my normal life know that I'm not a nutter, like I'm not an
No, you're
extremist. I'm
not.
not. I'm
No.
really normal, like, you know.
Same
So
as.
I do have a lot of support and my family are really supportive as well. Really supportive.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And I don't know really now what to say. I suppose that's really, you have all the protests covered. Is
Mhm.
there any like, how have the police been towards the new arrivals up there now?
Um, like one thing I will say is this, right? I know I report a lot on in Garda Síochána, right? And I've been told for years they're ruthless. Compared to the PSNI, apparently the guards are ruthless, right? And I've heard that so many times. So I report on a lot of things going on. Up here, there hasn't been too much that's happened yet for that to be an issue, but I think it's going to go the same way. I think they're going to be against us. I think they're going to be forcing people into our communities.
Yeah.
And yeah, just exactly what you are going through. But
Do
we're
you
going to face
think,
it as well.
especially since that article went out, I think that's definitely going to cause some problems. I don't know why people, especially the media,
Yeah.
would print such. I don't even have words for it. I really don't.
If you really think about it, like the only people that have an issue with Catholics and Protestants coming together
Yeah.
are the governments and the
Yes,
political parties.
massively.
Why? Why?
Because they can't stand to see us unite, because
Yeah.
they know when we unite it's game over and we're
Yeah.
not picking the fight with, like, if we stay fighting with each other we're only going to fight each other.
Yeah.
If we join together we'll take the fight to them, and
Yeah.
that terrifies them.
It's the classic divide and conquer. That's what it is.
Yeah,
And with us
it's like,
fighting
who's
for-
Cromwell?
Yeah, I know.
Where'd he come from?
And you know what was even better in the write up in the Irish News about the gathering, they had said this is detrimental, you know, like all the councillors need to get out and petition against this and we are extremists, and like, how are we extremists whenever we're just people of this island coming together? Can you please explain that to me? Like, hello?
Exactly. And it's weird because it's not just Ireland. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a
Oh.
worldwide problem.
Yeah.
It's not just us standing up
Look at
to it.
Ireland. Like see the G, I can't say the word, but see the G gangs. I know we all are
Yeah.
aware. That happened in England. Like that's happening here. It's just not exposed yet. That's just not
Yeah,
exposed.
it is happening here because I can tell you now.
Yeah.
When I started underage drinking, we used to go to the chippers. The
Yeah.
chippers used to buy us our alcohol. They'd tell us go in and sit in the toilet and drink it in there, and you can go just leave your bottles there, and just go. And like, thankfully, nothing ever happened to us. But unfortunately, I do have a friend, and we had another friend who was from that culture, like.
Okay.
And he was our age. We grew up with him, and he was fine and perfect, and nothing was ever wrong with him. He was never any weird way at all. One of my friends met up with him on one night. He collected her from her house. He brought her into Roscommon. She was about 15 years old at the time. It was the old Zamzams. I don't care because they're not in they're not in business anymore. These people.
Okay. Yeah.
They took her above Zamzams to a flat, and she said it was fine for the first maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. 4 of them in the room. 3 of them left. One man locked the door and he walked straight over to her and he started to suck on
Okay.
what
Yeah.
baby would feed off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I shouldn't laugh, but like she's okay. Thankfully she punched him in the face, knocked him out, and got out.
Well,
You
here
know?
fair play to her for even having the quick reaction to do that. You know.
She's a fiery redhead.
Yeah.
On her, like. But telling you now, and she's from farming background, so she would have been strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
It
was
is. It's very
over 10
scary.
years ago.
And do you see the fact that the police, the Metropolitan Police over there knew about this for 40 years? But
That's
they
terrifying.
yeah,
And Labour.
you know what I mean? So what these girls have to suffer because
Yeah.
multiculturalism and diversity is far more
Yeah.
important than your safety. So we're going to keep it hush hush, you know?
And it's really bad because there's actually cases over there going on at the minute, and there's children who have been born from products of grape.
Oh, yes.
And they're fighting. These men are fighting for access rights, and one of them actually won, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. The dead you're right.
How do you send your child
Yeah.
into that situation knowing that like he was a danger to children when he done that to you? Like,
Sasha, how could a court even think that is like morally like right? Like that's gonna ruin even that girl's life. Like the woman who had the child, that's gonna ruin her life. Like she
Yeah.
could have mental issues or unalive herself because of this.
Who knows what these men are capable of? Like you see that Baja Bazi, I don't know if I have that pronounced right, and all of that kind of thing going on out there as well, which is with the boys and they dress them up as women and let them dance and stuff and
Yeah.
bid on them. Like it's
Look, and
it's
do you
just
know
not in our culture.
another thing as well is the Muslim Brotherhood. I have seen the head of the Muslim Brotherhood speak in, was that university in Dublin?
Oh, Trinity?
Yes, and he was saying, he was making a mockery of how the Irish army only has so many numbers, and like, that's silly. Like, that's easy to take over. Like, why are you even thinking that way?
It's
Why are you
crazy.
thinking that way?
And while we're talking on colleges, did you see recently in King's Inn, or was it the Queen's University, that there was a man convicted of like multiple rapes on another
No.
student?
No, I didn't even know. No,
I
look
don't
into that
have
one
full
though.
facts on it now. I quickly glanced at it, but yeah, I think he had up to like 10 or 11 victims.
That is wild. Like, that is wild.
And he's
here,
only a young man himself.
like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't
They're
write
all
this. You
young,
couldn't make
like.
this up. What about the law that has been passed in the UK now for a lesser sentencing for people of an ethnic minority, cultural minority, and a religious minority? Like, how is this not a two-tier system? How is this not an invasion? Because it is. It is.
We've got Judge Nolan.
God help you. God help us. God help us as well, but God help
There's a
you.
petition going now to get him gone, but like
Saying that.
he's committed so many crimes now against us that like it's beyond me how he's still sitting
Yeah.
at his chair.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I mean. It's all corrupt. They're all involved. Like they all, that's why nothing ever changes. That's why I don't believe in political parties. Because nothing is going to change. Nothing's going to change. I just think there needs to be an absolute, and it might sound nuts saying this, but an absolute dismantling.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Everybody.
And tell me, do you know much on the Kincurra Boys Home? Does that get spoken about much up there?
That was in Belfast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I learnt about that there. My mum actually told me about that maybe about 5-6 years ago, if it's the same thing I'm thinking of. And no, there's not much talk. No, nothing.
It's all been put to bed, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then tell me, is there much talk about Jeffrey Donaldson anymore?
Nothing. You don't hear. Honestly, everything is just completely wiped under the carpet. As with everything.
Scary thing though. That's very scary because
I know.
I suppose there's family intertwined with Jeffrey Donaldson.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Kincurra Boys Home, that was big. There was I don't know how many victims, and they were literally sending them over to to the Chamber of Commerce and everything, and being boy-toyed.
It's absolutely crazy. And to think of, I know this is a really controversial thing, but Ali Carter, who speaks from America, I know she would describe them that they were called party favors.
Yeah.
Imagine being called a party favor and you're like a wee innocent child.
It's horrible.
No?
It is horrible.
Yeah.
And this is why we really need everyone to just get on board. Everyone needs to join up because the more everyone is together, I think it has to stop it. You know what I mean? The more awareness brought to any subject should put it to bed.
Yeah. Although we face so much opposition, Sasha, as you know, it's like you're called this, you're called that. I've been called.
We have it in the comments here now.
Yeah. Oh, do you? I not on my side. I haven't seen anything on my side, to be fair. But I've been called a honey trap, a paid shill, a paid actor. What? Sorry, what? That's a kind of a movie or something.
Hey, honey.
Oh, I had to laugh. It was on a Facebook post, and I don't know this lady, but she was gunning for me. She seems to think she knows me and my character. I've never met her for my life. I've never heard of her.
She'd be a paid NGO.
Yeah. See, that's
the way 155 paid NGOs per one person or something down here anyways.
That's wild. I really am in for it now, aren't I?
Army to take out one person.
Bring it on. Let's go.
I don't know what I'd do. You'd stand there and give it a good go, but what else could you do?
Do you know what it is, Mrs. Right? The truth is the truth, and it always will be. So no matter if they try to silence us, keep us down, it's going to come out anyway. Every year it keeps repeating. Whether it's you, me, the next person, it's going to keep coming out. You know what I mean?
Someone raised a very good point on one of the videos there, and they said, like, back when it all started, everyone was straight on the bat, and they were like, misinformation, or lies, or whatever.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now, all of these cases are going to court.
Yeah.
And to deny them, like, that's the best part of it for me, is when you're like, it's horrible, obviously, because it's happened and there's victims involved, but at least you're not crazy.
Yeah, I know, because there's so many rabbit holes you go down, and it's like, I can't deal with this. Like, is this real? How am I going to stop this? How can I stop this? But like, one thing I'll say is this, and I read this all the time, right? And it really is so true. What's the difference between a conspiracy and the truth? A couple of months. A couple of months to a year. That's it. That's the answer. Honestly, like, it's wild.
Brilliant.
It's absolutely wild. But look, nothing's going to stop me speaking out. I don't care who's watching this, who is going to call me this, that, or whatever. I know who I am. My family and friends know who I am, and I'm fighting for you if you don't realise what's going on yet.
Exactly, and that's just it. And I think the one thing that we have to remember through this is that reputation is what others perceive of you, and your character is what you know you are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. I'm very lucky though. As I said at the start of your wee podcast here, I said I have a very thick skin, and I find the comedy and everything. So I laugh things off. I laugh it off. It's like, yeah, whatever.
I get a good kick out of anyone who comes back with negativity. I just sit there and laugh. And will we quickly, while I have you, actually, let's talk about this person who's impersonating you.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do that before I go then. So I've actually been made aware it's not only 2 accounts now, it's 3. There's 3 accounts.
I wonder if they're the same person though, like.
I think it is, because all the accounts are exactly the same. It's all the same videos that they've used. They haven't used all my videos, but the videos that I've used are the same ones. So yeah.
I reported it. It told me that it found no fault.
I reported it saying that they're impersonating me, and TikTok told me that they didn't find.
Was when they messaged me and asked, "Do you like cryptocurrency?" And I actually thought it was you, Orla. And I text back and I said, "No, crypto is a Ponzi scheme to launder money, people, assets, everything." I got no reply, needless to say. But then I messaged you in the group and I said, "Orla, you asked me about crypto." You said, "No, that's not me."
No, that's just some weirdo. That's not me.
I've got messages today to tell you.
Right.
About this fake account.
Oh my God. I'm in another group chat with all TikTok girls, right, that I meet up with. And I've had all of them, which is 12 of them in the group, tell me that they have all been propositions and sent messages. And then I've had from random accounts, maybe 9 or 10 messages to let me know that people are being reached out to over crypto. And
I would take it as a compliment.
Yeah, well, that's all I can do. I'm going to laugh it off. It is what it is.
At least it's not like, pictures that like they've taken on you of the street or something, that like at least off your profile, like they're not actually stalking you yet.
Well, yet. I love the way you say yet.
It's given me sent by iPhone,
Yeah.
Baby reindeer vibes, like to make 3 profiles, like your ex wouldn't do it, I wouldn't do it. Like, that's weird, like.
I know, isn't it? Like, I always seen other accounts getting like cloned and all, and I was like, why would people do that? And here we are. Well,
thankfully I haven't found one of me, but obviously I'm not that entertaining, so.
No, do you know what it is? You will be next. You will. I'm telling you now, they're coming for us all. But we're going to keep spreading the truth, because that's not.
I find it weird when you come up on your own FYP as it is.
Yeah, like sometimes it will come up as a suggested promotion, and it wants you to pay to promote it and stuff, and I'm like,
oh, stop. No. I'm just going to promote myself. Yeah, like, no way.
It's like whenever you open the camera, or like you open your camera on your phone and it's you looking at yourself, your big triple chin, it's like, oh, I didn't want to see that.
Yeah. And have the police up there, actually, just before I let you go, have the police I suppose targeted anyone? Like down here, we've seen Derek Bly got a phone call or got a knock on the door from the Gardaí.
I could say back in the day of Con Vid.
Yeah.
I have to separate that.
Yeah.
Yes, I was well aware of that, and I know people it happened to. But as of yet, no. Maybe I'm going to be the sacrificial lamb.
No, because you speak the truth.
I think I'm one of the first people to speak up about this up here. I don't know. Because I've only met you guys, and you're all further down south and stuff. So as far as I'm aware, I think I am. I don't know.
I will say this, Orla. I think you're very brave.
Thank you very
And
much.
I think that you are spot on in everything that you do and say. And you've got a great following behind you. And it's amazing to see a woman of a young age to be the one to just connect the dots for everyone up that side and down here.
Thank you so much.
You're a
Because you know
beacon
what?
of life.
Like the amount of yous that I have met and like gotten to know so well, like that's it for me. That's like the bonus for me.
My comments are all saying you're great.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Here, I'll give you a laugh though, right? See, whenever I first come on, somebody said on my side here, "Are you wearing red and blue for a reason?" Because I'm wearing the thing.
Well, I'm in a green room.
Well, I've got my big tricolour up there, just up there.
And you've got white behind you, so you've got red, blue and white.
Yeah, and then there's a tricolour up there, so I'm a bit of both here. But sure, it is what it is.
That's it. I'm sure, look, I'm so glad that you took the time to come on with me. And this won't be the last time I'll be having you up here, for sure.
Definitely not. No, we'll meet each other in person as well. And sure, I'll see you on the
100%.
23rd as well.
100%. Thank you so much, Orla, and I'll let you go because I know you have stuff to do.
Thank you so much. I'll see you later, Mrs.
No
Thank
bother.
you.
We'll chat anyways later on. But
Yes.
for now, anyways, off the live. Bye
Yes,
bye.
I'll get my wee glass of wine.
Out.
I'll get my glass of wine and send you a message, right?
100%. Thanks, Orla.
See you
And
later,
thanks to
Mrs.
everyone who tuned in
Thank
as
you.
well. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.